Welcome everybody back to a bright and early morning on Cycle 7, Day 8 of the Timberborn Season 2 smallest maps with the Folk Tales. As you can see, we've got this huge and massive mega project inbound. It's actually pretty close to being finished. I've put up this staircase at the side so they can access essentially the entire thing, which actually, to be fair, can probably stay there. I've also done one for the inside. The inside one probably won't be staying because I'm going to obviously fill these up with the water pumps. First things first, let's say goodbye to these berry bushes. Hopefully they can get in there and get them. Yeah, so get in there, so sort that out and all that stuff. So this entire thing here will eventually start filling up with water. Once it is constructed all the way around, I will remove this pillar here, start doing the secondary levee system, and then do the triple floodgate. Should give us plenty of stuff. So as you can see, during episode, the beavers have been very busy. We got the wind turbines here. I've demolished the science buildings for now. They might come back, to be fair. And they finished essentially all the windmills. They finished the entire way down, all the way down to here. So what I need to do is obviously delete this water pump, bring this down like so, and then straight into this building here. So that means that these buildings will be powered during dry seasons. Now, but that also means that the power from these will now obviously travel all the way up to here. Now, I'm not going to get rid of the buildings quite yet. We need to actually start planting some of those potatoes and stuff back, because as much as we have 117 potatoes, I don't really want to be running out of potatoes. We've also got this path up here all in. That lovely. Put a little place marker there, and we can actually build. I think we can put a lumberjack flag there, and you'll be able to cut down all the trees at the top here, giving us obviously not those yet, but this will give us a lot of wood, and it will take him a pretty long time to actually cut all those down. Obviously, he can't quite get into that little gap there, but yeah, that's going to get us a lot of wood. I kind of want that to destroy, but at the same time, I kind of want to not destroy that. So that will get us a lot of wood just by doing that. Hopefully this project can be completed by the end of today's episode, and then I can start, number one, planning out the huge project that I've got for this, and more in case, because I need less wood to be used essentially. Hopefully they can collect those stuff from all the way up here. Yeah, cool. I didn't waste it all. So basically it's going to have this system here, so a free, and then it will be all free flowing. But I'm going to get all that done first. Planks are good now, so let's start getting some gears. Obviously, planks are obviously one of the most important parts of this um, thing, because you use them for everything. The wind isn't necessarily the best, but I also kind of want to find a way of getting the power up to here, because I want to put some gravity batteries up here, and it's just the highest point, but I kind of want to put gravity batteries on this too. Obviously, we're going to have the mine up here like we did last season of this, and we're going to actually get rid of this one this season, so we need dynamite. at some point too. I'm probably going to keep this forest here, but we are obviously going to go do some bread at some point too. But that's what I want to get over here. I want to just get a bunch of like industrial things. I'm going to keep these ones here, just because I feel like that is plenty of buildings. But I want to build up a massive supply of gears, that kind of thing as well is sort of a big thing that we need to, of course, work on. Our plank storage is rather full, so we might need a bigger solution. Obviously, we do need 1,000 science for that. Now, we've got, I believe, the max amount of beavers, so I'm kind of tempted to just open up another lodge. I do have space to build another set of 6 times 9, so another 6 times 9 beavers. I'm not going to do the maths because I will completely get it wrong and it'll be pretty bad. Maths. Right. Also, I don't really need this farmhouse anymore, so I'm going to delete that. That will give us 19 logs for the beavers to use for other projects. This is so close to being done. You know what? I don't actually think that they actually need this. I'm not sure. We'll leave it for now. So I'm going to let the beavers work. We are obviously going to be heading into a drought that is in a pretty intimate. That's coming in a little bit, but hopefully all these buildings here can still run through the drought, and hopefully we will all be good. And by the end of the drought, this will be done, and we can start on the levy system. And hopefully, by the time that is happening, I'll be back when this is completely done. We can start planning out the next part of this project. And there we have it, guys. The dam is complete. The project is complete. We've obviously got the staircase going up this side. And yeah, that is pretty spectacular to have that done. So obviously we do need to plan out what's going in here, which obviously means putting in the huge amount of platforms required, because it needs to be 1 row plus 4. So sort of like that, plus this, but then equally it needs to then go up to there. And I think I'm going to fill this whole thing in eventually. But you see, you know where this is going. I'm obviously going to fill in the river here and probably there. Go straight in with another 3 rows, and then go like that. Some of this is like really awkward to play with. But that is that. Put some singles in like so. And then that brings us to that. Actually, don't need those. So that is an outer area that obviously needs to be built and constructed. Obviously, where we can also get rid of stuff is this whole structure here, because we don't really need to get around here anymore. So that's also something that is very good to get rid of. The other thing that is now gone, as you can obviously tell, is this area over here is now back to sort of Greenland. No more trees are on this area here because I've told them not to plant any. We are sort of struggling for science as now. Food, water, absolutely good, brilliant. We are obviously coming to the end of this drought, and these beavers are absolutely cracking on with all of that stuff that they got built. And wood should be fine, to be fair. We have got a issue with the number of beavers we have compared to how many jobs we have. But hopefully, as we increase the food supply and all the stuff that we are doing, the drought has now ended as well. What I'm going to do is obviously this is going to build up, and I'm going to let this fill up to the 3 blocks high. I'm going to turn these back on too, just so they can get us some more fresh water. Obviously, this is going to take a little while to actually fill up, and hopefully by the end we can have it all full up and going. But that'll obviously, you'll have to wait for the next episode to see if my plan actually works, and it should make everything a lot greener as well, because as this rises up, it surrounds the blocks below it. So hopefully it will allow the greenery to continue throughout the map, but it needs to hurry up, because in the morning we're going to need some water flowing over this. Hopefully, any second now, it should start coming out. Yeah. It doesn't flood either. Oh, no, it does. But these should be like absolutely flying. Yeah, you can see how much power they're making. As the water comes down and fills up. Should be enough water for now. We should be able to fill this up pretty quickly. Look how fast that's going up. That is crazy. But you gotta think how much water we are storing in this. It's crazy amounts. I'm a little bit worried that this is gonna flood. I think it's gonna flood initially, like it did a minute ago, but after that, yeah, it should be fine. Lovely. So we got this huge amount of water storage up here now, and obviously these are still a rocking and a rolling, which means these are producing a lot of power. Obviously the demand's not very high. The demand is like 270, and we're like absolutely smashing through that with both the wind, which I've added some more up here, and then obviously in the next episode we can do a little bit of that as well. Do them, please. Yep. So that means the power is coming from the water and heading up here, so when these die, we don't actually technically run out of water. We have got an issue with plank storage, but I have a feeling that we're going to need a lot of planks for this. And obviously we are going to have just 4 little water guys up here. So if I do this and prioritize these 2 construction sites, obviously I prioritize all 4 of these jobs just before, which now means that we can actually demolish those. Which obviously gives us plenty more resources down here, and all our water pumpers are now up here. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I know it was a little bit of a short one, and I did a lot of like just letting the beavers crack on, and obviously I paused you guys watching, and I just let the beavers crack on. But hopefully you guys are as happy as I am with the progress with this, guys, because these beavers have absolutely cracked on. I was going to put my science buildings back, but I think I don't have enough room now. So I don't know where I'm going to put them. Wood is now no longer an issue though, which is really good. And I'm actually going to start planning my route up here. Because that will get me to the front of there. Lovely. They can start building that eventually. But yes, like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Timberborn. It's been kind of cool that legit progression of like just this huge reservoir has come to fruition. Like that is a massive reservoir. I've never built anything like that. To be in this smallest map too, and it will never run out of water in theory because it's only going to ever get pumped down 2 layers, and we can build extra layers in there, so we're never going to run out of water, which is a huge success. Why do we have like no water though? Up the priority of these, please. I think it's just because obviously the haulers. There's only a couple haulers. You see. So we got 8 haulers, and they weren't hauling the water, so the guys that were pumping were having to come down here, give the water, go back up, give the water. You know, that kind of annoying system. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I really enjoyed playing this game today, and I always get into these games and start playing them, and it makes me love them more and more each time I play. And a huge success with this huge reservoir up here. In the next episode, we shall be unlocking. Oh, I just did. In the next episode, we're going to be unlocking a huge amount of the storage abilities. So, for example, the bigger water storages. And I think they can actually fit right there. Perfect. So they'll get built up. Obviously, they need the metal blocks, so these will actually get paused for now, which is why we need to work on the industrial area, which is going to go here, and eventually work on the mine. But other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.